Record video. Oh, you are recording. Right. Right, folks, a little add on to the, for fuck's sake, the Blue Van Man 2.0. Now, it's bloody cold. What it is, folks, I've just seen on Twitter that fucking Goldberg's back in the WWE having a go at Drew McIntyre. What is happening? It is absolutely unbelievable. Now, the reason why I stopped watching the WWE, right, apart from it going over to BT, is the fact that they keep bringing back these silly old bastards, right? Goldberg's as old as me, right? He's 50 such and such, yeah? 50 such and such. Now, when he came back the first time, yeah, it was good, it was alright, it was entertainment, because when all said and done, the title of the wrestling is World Wrestling Entertainment, right? They got the F out and they put the entertainment in. But what they failed to do is realise that bringing back these silly old bastards, right, bringing them back, wheeling them back out, is just turning fans away, right? I used to subscribe to the WWE network. Well, bollocks to it. I'm not subscribing to, well, I've not subscribed for it for fucking ages. That ain't. I do not want to see Goldberg bit. I don't mind the little bit of Shawn Michaels coming out with the DX and giving it the old fucking crotch chop and all that kind of shit. You know, Ric Flair coming out doing the woo! Bouncy. Woo! And all that. I don't mind that when they just come out and do a little guest appearance. It's a nice little sentimental thank you, a little bit of a payment out for all that they've done for the billionaire Vince McMahon. Prick. Well, and I don't want it. I just don't want Goldberg bringing back. You know, I was just beginning to watch little clips on YouTube and Twitter, and just beginning to get a bit of a feel for it again. You know, thinking, oh, I could actually get into this, because they're using Drew McIntyre right. Sad news about Luke Harper, Brody, and all, you know, sad. And there's another wrestler, weren't it? Harper, fucking ousted, get out, you're no good now. We've chewed you up, and now we're just going to spit you fucking out, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring some old bastard back and give them millions, when there isn't millions really to give, is there? So I do hope that somebody from the WWE watches this and they ain't gonna, are they? They're not gonna, because let's face it, they don't listen to the wrestlers, do they? That's why Dean Ambrose fucked off, because they weren't listening to him. You know, they just basically, it's Vince's way or no way. And well, I'll tell you what, Vince, it ain't Vince's way or no way. It's Vince's way, or Blue Van Man stops watching your shit that you keep regurgitating every fucking week. And I'll tell you what, mate, it's going to go down and down all the while, because I tell you what, why don't you bring bloody Ric Flair back and all, and like let him get it. But let's find some kind of clause in the contract when Shawn Michaels super kicked him out the fucking game. Right, mind you, then he went to fucking TNT, tits and arses, or tits and TNA, weren't it? TNA, tits and arses, and he carried on fighting there. Well, no, let's get Ric Flair back in the ring. Let him pull his trunks on and walk out in his fucking furry bathrobe, and fucking have him out there again and doing his fucking strut. Am I right, folks, or am I wrong? Have we had enough of the WWE wasting the fine young talent out there, right? And then WWE bitch and moan because they fuck off to AEW and get treated with a bit more respect, and they can achieve what they want to achieve. They, you know, I mean, the WWE is one of the biggest brands worldwide. There is not many kids, right? Even if kids aren't into wrestling, you know, they know who the WWE is. They know who The Rock has finally got a van. They know who they are. They know who these fucking characters are. John Cena, they know who he is. But I tell you what, I bet kids are sitting there now watching, oh, Goldberg, who's he? He's good, isn't he? He's got the talk. No, he he ain't got the fucking talk. Well, he might have the talk, but he ain't got the fucking body to do it. He's fucked. Just winds me up. And I used to love watching the WWE. I used to fucking love it. It was one of the best things. You know, you know, people say, oh, you don't watch the WWE, do you? It's not real, you know. Well, that's all right, because fucking Coronation Street ain't fucking real. Bloody EastEnders ain't real. It ain't right. It's entertainment. It's to get you away from the shit that's happening in the world. All this crap that's going on. All these restrictions. All this people not being able to meet people. And you'd watch the WWE, and your problems would disappear for the 2.5 hours, because what you would do, you would fast forward through the adverts. But no, it's gone, and now they're bringing back Goldberg. I just cannot honestly understand why. And what will happen is Goldberg will be around. It's going to be the Royal Rumble, so Goldberg will be around, and then he'll be around for fucking SummerSlam, and he might be even around for WrestleMania, just making these rare appearances. He's no better. Lights are green, love. These. What are you indicating for? I can see his fucking roadworks. And what they'll do is they'll probably bring him back for SummerSlam, and then when this COVID thing's all done and they end up going back to Dubai, they'll bring him out again and he'll fight against some wrestler. But mark my words, WWE, you mark my fucking words, he will injure somebody. He nearly fucking finished The Undertaker, and not just finished him, he nearly fucking put him in a coffin. Well, I suppose that would have been quite appropriate for him to be, as he is a dead man. But he will, and I don't want to see it. And I'd rather remember Goldberg when he was giving it the "who's next?" Blah, sticking his fucking tongue out and then holding them up and then fucking jackknifing them. I just rather remember that. It's like when my mum died, right? When my mum died, I want to remember my mum happy, laughing and whatever. I don't want to remember a line there fucking riddled with the big C. You know what I mean? And this is what the WWE doing. They're just bringing back bad memories. They're bringing back things that people don't want to see and remember. And I know, to use my mother dying and Goldberg coming back to the WWE is a massive, massive extreme, but it's the only one I could think of at the time. But we don't need to see it. It's like when you see a footballer and you think legs are gone. Gary Neville, legs are gone. Gary Neville, you might like him, you might not like him, but when all's said and done, he was one of the finest players this country's produced. And when he was running backwards that time, I can't remember, we were against Everton or somebody, and then he went, that's it, I'm fucking done. That's what Goldberg should do. He should see that clip of Gary Neville running backwards because he couldn't fucking catch him, and say, I've had enough, mate. I've had enough. I'll do little guest appearances. I'll come on and say certain things, but I'm not doing it anymore. Goldberg, fucking grow up, mate. People keep telling me to grow up and stuff, but Jesus, you're either going to hurt one of the fellow competitors or you're going to fucking hurt yourself, and you're going to end up in a wheelchair and you ain't going to be able to do what you do. And that's it, mate. Just take the fucking money what you've got and live happily. If you can't afford to live on it, I don't know, be a commentator, do something, but don't be a fucking wrestler, because your days are gone. Do you agree, folks? Put your comments down below. I'd love to know if I'm right or if you agree with me. I'd love to know what you think. This is what this channel, Blue Van Man 2.0, is about. Is to see, I don't want to cause arguments and stuff. I just want to know what other people are thinking. Righto, laters.